Barn Racing fans, and welcome to the very latest instalment of the Cage Wreckfest virtual Barn Racing series. I'm Ed Fahy, and in the commentary box is the man himself, it's Jordan Hollins.
Hello Ed, hello everyone else now. Yeah, welcome back to round 5 of this Caged World Series. We're back again, and this time at the Swaffham Raceway.
Yeah, we are. We're still in East Anglia, but we're now in Swaffham. Now, Swaffham looks a bit different in this game to how it looks now. But we've basically rolled the clock back 20 years. We're back at the track star era of Swaffham. So Postum were pre-85 cars, so plenty of Crowns, Granadas, Jags, a couple of Yanks thrown in there as well. But yes, the famed Postum were, and then we're at the famous Earthshaker meeting. This was basically the big meeting of Swaffham around June, July time. It was kind of a more summer version of the famous Icebreaker Teams meeting. But yeah, the Postum were really is what makes this track different. It's very unforgiving because you can crash into it all by yourself. Never mind the bar. If you catch a post, usually it's your race's run. Never mind if you've been followed into it by somebody else. But yeah, interesting. Jordan was looking through the pits there. Anyone else? Anyone you fancy this evening, or do you think it's going to be basically Jack Bunyan versus Kieran McIver again?
Oh, I know we were talking beforehand, and Kieran McIver has gone for a Cadillac Sedan DeVille tonight. So he's our current series leader, and he's leading by quite a long way. But 244, Jack Bunyan has closed the gap after Milden Hall a fortnight ago. He'll be Mark II limo powered tonight, I think. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see the whole Yank versus limo aspect and how that sort of pans out, because this is a series title they are fighting for, and with only a few rounds left to go, it's getting into the nitty gritty of it all.
I think it is, but we've entertainer points as much as we've racing points. A few very impressive drivers, a few guys just purely here for the crash, nothing else. That's fine, that's what they're allowed to do that too. We're just looking at some of the warm-up races here. There's no holding back by the looks of things here. But we'll just very quickly go through the runners and riders. I think Jordan, I'll let you go first. First half.
Yeah, I will go first. And lining up in car 01, it is Frederick Leeson. He's got a Chevrolet Caprice wagon. And so has number 2, John Bricknell, the Stan Lake regular. He's got another Chevrolet Caprice wagon. Our very own Matt Josie, he's got a Ford Mark II Granada Estate. Very nice livery on that. Almost reminds me of the old Steam team, who were obviously a big part in the Swaffham Icebreaker meetings. Next up, we have 58 Carl Parry.
A Jag tonight.
Carl Parry's indeed Jag powered, yeah. 99 Dave Spooner, he's got a Toyota Crown. 160 Viking Brent Shaw, a very quick driver, he's got a Ford Granada Mark II Estate. 199 Shady Goff is also back in action. He's been a very lively customer in our series so far. 214 Crispy Chris Smith has got another Granada Mark II Estate. He's used them a few times in the series so far and has always piloted them quite well. And then it is Blackman 244 Jack Bunyan with the Mark II limousine, and he currently sits second in the points. So it'll be interesting to see if he can close the gap up even more to 811 Kieran McIver. Ed, do you want to run through the rest?
Yeah. 254 David Hans, Tiddy Dave. He's pulled one out of the virtual material pile. He's gone for a 1949 Mercury 8 Coupe. So we don't know if they're any good. We haven't actually had one yet in this series. Let's see how he gets on with it. 262, the main man, the pinball, Buddy James in a Mark II Granada Estate. Ben Nichols, another very impressive guy to watch, Toyota Crown. 388 Steve McGrath, little Steve or Captain Sarah, as he prefers to be known. And yet another Crown. Number 400, Danny Potts Dippy. He's in a Dodge Monaco. Very apt considering it's the 40th anniversary of the Blues Brothers film being released. That's the car they drove, the 1974 Dodge Sedan with Illinois plates. 451, Kano, the main man, Marshall Keane. James Keane. He's gone for a Series 1 XJ6, which he did very well with in Wimbledon. 466, Dalton Steele, another maniac behind the wheel. He's in a Toyota Crown. 528, Owen Hunt Jetro, Mr. Sideways. He's got a Mark II Granny. Gary Webb, winner in Ringwood. He's gone for a Mark 10 Jag, which would be a fairly good tool to have around here, tough and fast. 622, Stu Davies, he's gone for a 2-door Mark II Granada. That's one of the newer cars in the series. Brett Gedney, he's gone for a used Mark II Granada limousine, which he had it, very similar to what he had out in Mildenhall. Then the points leader, 811, Kieran McIver, he's gone for a Cadillac Sedan DeVille, 2 tons of American beef. And he revealed earlier on he's got LPG. He bases 4 pints of Guinness in front of him. So that'll keep him going for the night anyway. 822 Smokey, Alan Webb. He's gone for yet another Chevy Caprice wagon. And then finally, a late addition, but he's very welcome. 961 Dan Steele, he's gone for yet another 1949 Mercury 8 Coupe. So let's see how well these cars do. Jordan, any predictions at all, or do we need to keep a very open mind here again?
I think we need to keep an open mind, and I think we also need to keep aware of the fence. I know that you said it while watching the practice races earlier on, but a lot of drivers were clipping the post and wire, the famous post and wire as it was around Swaffham, and, well, even in virtual world, coming quite stuck and ruining their race. And as you said, in real life, drivers used to get followed into it, and their cars used to end up ruined, really. I think we could expect a lot of that tonight.
Yeah, well, having been at Swaffham back then, 20 years ago now, basically, if you got put into that fence at the right post, your day was finished, never mind your race. It just seemed to have the harsh effect of literally ripping the car apart. So there's been a few good escapes down the years, a few very spectacular follow-ins in that fence as well, because there's a little bit of movement in it. It's not really like a concrete wall, but there's a bit. It's pretty much like Wimbledon, really. So, once you get stuck on the wires or stuck up a post, that's usually it for the day. But yeah, we're just getting ready to go now at heat number 1. I don't really have any predictions for this one because we can't make any. I mean, we'll probably, I'd say, judging by about heat 3, heat 4, we'll be able to see who's on it and who's not. But I think once again, like the previous 4 rounds, everyone just seems to be on it. Everyone wants to put on a bit of a show and obviously entertain everyone out there watching. And thank you very much for tuning in tonight, anyone who is watching. And don't forget to give any shout outs on the Facebook live stream on Cage. We'll read out the best ones. We're getting ready for heat 1, Jordan. Are you ready?
Yep. Heat 1 is just about underway. The cars will be coming out of the virtual pit gate very soon. Yeah, it should be a good night. Obviously, once again, we have a great list of drivers, and a massive thanks to all them again for racing with us. And a massive thank you, as you said, to everyone tuning in. It should be a good night. And as you say, I don't think I'll be making any predictions until at least heat number 3.
I think continuing with the thanks screen, thanks very much to Stephen Chandler of BBS live streaming, also Wreckfest live streaming. He's the one in the background tonight making it all work. So we're getting ready for heat 1, or are we? Oh, we are. Okay, Jordan, take it away.
Thank you, Ed, and here we go. Heat number 1 of the evening, 15 laps. Swaffham Raceway, Unlimited, Pre-85 Earthshaker is going. It is Marshall Keno, James Keenan, 451, who has got the early race lead in this one. We'll see how long he can keep this going, as it is indeed Ben Nichols in the Mark II Crown, the pre-79 Mark II Crown there, who has got the lead of the race soon as they come to complete the end of lap number 1. Should be a good race, this one. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see who gets caught on that post and wire first.
I think so. Well, our cameraman's just getting his bearings. Nobody's actually eating the fence yet, or eating the fence post. Let's see. Oh, I spoke too soon. Look at that. It's Kieran McGovern being spun around there in the big Cadillac. John Bricknell clips himself off a post. Like I said, what happened? Oh, there's the first one. Dalton Steele finds a post. He's taking his own back on Stephen McGrath there. He's already being lapped. So yeah, Dalton Steele, unfortunately, was the first to find a post. He certainly won't be the last one this evening. Here we go. He's being put in as Marshall Keno. No, it's Kieran McGovern. We've got scrap there. Buddy James. Who's that behind him? Is Jethro. He's been on sideways. Tilly Dave puts himself into the fence. Oh, he's gone the wrong way already. Not really good either. And this track, he meets Dalton Steele head on. Oh, the pretty solid head on. Looks at the pile up in there. Straight into a post. Looks at Steve McGrath caught on the outside there. That was Dan Steele that was helping him in. Jordan.
Didn't take too long for the action to kick off, and it didn't take too long for the cars to get caught on the bumper there. Dalton Steele is not a little his own way. John Bricknell goes in there as well, but Jack Brandon, I believe, is your early race leader. He did well to avoid Dalton Steele there. Someone else got put in there. Didn't quite get who that was. I think it was Dan Steele there. Dan in that Burgundy 1949 Chevy. Yeah. It will be interesting to see how the cars cope tonight. Crispy Chris Smith gets hit there by 3-8 Ben Nichols.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're about halfway through here. We have actually missing the graphics at the moment. We'll get them back soon. We'll find out. Yeah, but by the looks of things, Jack Bunyan still isn't the lead. He's actually trying to click up the points here. There we go. We've got the points back up now. Who else we got there? Sorry, we've just lost the order there. We've calmed down a little bit now. That's famous last words as far as I'm concerned. Something's going to happen very quickly, and it will. That Dippy. Oh, he managed to swing out that quite nicely. Dan Steele was shoving him towards the fence, but he steered out of it. Nice bit of sideways driving there. I think the guys are a bit quiet. It's not going to last long. It's going to change very quickly. Commentators curse.
Yeah, commentators curse the amount of times me and you have made that mistake a bit. We have had a change of lead. It is 2-1-4 Crispy Chris Smith in the lead of the race now. So obviously 2 for 4 Jack Bunyan has come unstuck somewhere. Jack is indeed using an estate rather than a limo tonight. So obviously had a change of heart in the pits. Maybe the limo wasn't working very well.
Oh,
He's indeed getting spun out again there by Freddie in that raw Chevrolet Caprice wagon. Sorry. Slurring my words and all sorts. Steve-O gets back into it, nearly taking out Gazza in the meantime. See Stu Davis there in that 2-door Nada.
I think
It's Crispy, he leads the way.
he does indeed. He's coming through now. Oh, nice little clip there. Who's that in the middle? It was Bam who's pushing Buddy James. Looks like he's a bit of a southwest rivalry going on there. We have a train forming here. There's Kieran McIver stuck in the middle of it in the big Cadillac. Steve McGrath's still going. There's something not right there. He's usually the first one to write himself off because he wants to. And Freddie's just spun there. Moving the camera around a bit towards the start-finish line of the track. Moving towards the middle now. Who we got? Still Crispy Chris Smith in the lead. Who's that going the wrong way? Is that... It's Tiddy Dave, and he's just murdered someone with something in the background. Let's see who we got. Who else is a bit of a race going on here, or is it just literally Crispy lapping up by himself? There he is. He's just leaving the pitch for now. He's got Ben Nichols right behind him. Gary Webb behind him. There's Stephen McGrath in there for some very strange reason.
I think Ben Nichols tried to sideswipe Crispy there on the exit of turn number 2, but Crispy managed to get away. Steve-O puts himself up the post on the exit of turn number 4 there. He's going to go in on Freddie. Is he? No, I thought he was going to go for Buddy, but no, he goes in on that there. He's gone in head on with a few cars going in opposite now. So, yeah, it's didn't take too long for it to kick off again. I know we had a bit of a lull mid-race, but we're going to go into the closing stages. This one is Crispy. Chris Smith in the lead of the race, 6-2. Gazza in second. Dippy. Danny Potts in third position in that Yank, that beautiful leveller's Yank, and it is 262. Buddy James in fourth, but as I say, that is Gary Webb who has taken the lead of the race with Dippy in second. So Chris Smith has been stopped on the last bender, last lap, and how many times have we seen that list series, Ed?
We've seen it a few times. It seems to be the trademark of the series almost. The final literally goes to the very last second. Gary Webb in the lead now, Dippy in second, Crispy in third, and then Buddy James in fourth. When you usually see Buddy in a position, he's normally one to put on a show. But let's see if it's like that by the end of it. It's kicking off in the background, sounds things. Who's that just clipped the wall there, or the fence rather, by themselves? That's Crispy again. It looks like we're just counting down the laps here. We're just waiting for a result. Yeah, fairly quiet in there, Jordan. Hadn't been kicked off the way he wanted it, but as we know, banger racing, unpredictability is all part of it. Give it time. Give it till the next race, really, for it all to kick off.
Yeah, I guess the guys want to get some points in there already. They want to bank some points for the Earthshaker Grand Final coming up. Obviously, the lineup will be based on the points scored across these 4 heat races, but that is Gary Webb's third ever win on Wreckfest, so he's very, very happy with that. And it's quite a hard game, especially online, to get some consistent race wins going. So, yeah, he's no slouch in real life, and he's certainly not here on Wreckfest either.
Just very quickly, there's the result. First place, Gary Webb. Second place was Dippy. I didn't even get third there. It really matters. I think no one's really interested until the final for the actual race itself. Just having Crispy Chris Smith. There's a post-race quote. I was robbed, he says. No, Gaza doesn't seem too displeased about that. That was a fairly good, sweet win by Gaza there. He was midfield for most of the race, and then he pulled on ahead. Just another quick message you can say we're occasionally have a new sponsor, sponsored by basically one of the nicest people you ever meet in Banger Racing, Cecil Steve Anscombe. He runs a company called Cecil's Rent a Rookie. So if you want to give Banger Racing a go, this is the best way of doing it. Literally turn up with your helmet, your overalls, your license. Off you go racing. They'll look after everything else. And they were also very, reasonably famous, I'd say, in the TV show Banger Boys. I feel repeating that Quest at the moment, Jordan, are they?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that Matt Josie was talking earlier on before we come in there, saying that he's been watching it all again this week. Obviously, Cecil agreeing to become our sponsor and Matt has found his love of Banger Boys again, and it was indeed a great series, as you said, Ed. Obviously, looking at not only Cecil, but Flip Hop was on there as well. Mark Longhurst, the legend, who still races as well now, is another very keen supporter of LePage, and Big Carson. All them guys, and yeah, it's amazing to see, when you see little Jack on Banger Boys compared to where he is now, like, he's already qualified for his first National Banger World Final, swear. Yeah, time flies in the sport of banger racing, I think.
It does, but It's obviously proof that watching it doesn't make you a good banger driver, because Matt Josie's been watching it a lot, so he says, and he's got no better, really, has he?
No, definitely not. Not if you look at his onboard van video from Ringwood a few years ago. I think he come quite unstuck there after getting spun out by one of the Surrey Street Squad vans. But no, in fair play to Matt, at least he gets out there, and it's more than I can say.
Anyway, don't forget. Well, we just mentioned there, I'm sure if you gave Cecil a call, he'd be able to help you out.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, Cecil's run at Ricky is on Facebook as well as UK Action Cars. So be sure to give them pages a like, and obviously just message Cecil, Steve Anscombe, and I'm sure he'll gladly be able to help you and assist you in whatever you need.
Yep, well, we're just about getting ready to go here. Heat 2. Bring it on.
Big girl in heat number 2, can Gaza get his second win of the night, or will Crispy Chris Smith get revenge? The James Keenlevy led the early stages of heat number 1, but it is Carl Parry in the early lead to this one. Is a late arrival to this one, so obviously he's zoomed through scrutineering, got the sticker, and now he's out in the next race. But obviously this is a virtual world, so scrutineering doesn't really matter. But anyway,
we won't give the secrets away. Well, nice little pile up there. We've got the helicopter view for this, which is fine. Buddy Jr. again in the lead. Bam is in second place behind him. Matt Josie in third. Oh, nice little crash there between Freddie and Buddy James. Look at that. Kerry Maguire plows through in the massive Cadillac. That's what that car is really used for. It's not really for doing the laps. It's just used as a big barge. Oh, look at that. Boggles. That was Dan Steele straight in. Shady Goff and Smokey. Nice little pile up happening here in the pit bend. Buddy James still in the fence. This Tidney Davey copped a post. Let's do Dave. He's got shoved in there by John Bringle and the big yank. Kerr McGyver coming in behind him. Yeah, Bunny's still in the lead. He's going to chip the points. Obviously, he's on Oppo. Steve on Oppo. He bounces off Brent Shot of Viking. The little bromance is still going, and this one's probably the best bromance of this entire series, to be honest. Yeah, Bunny's still in the lead. Who's that? This cop the fence there. Oh, Jack and Junior's in the fence. Come on, Matt. And Ben Nichols on Oppo. He stopped Tiddy Dave right head on there. Jordan, any predictions for this? Now we're going to see more of the same. Ben Nichols on Oppo, though. No,
I think we're going to see more of the same. I don't think you're necessarily going to see the race winner until he crosses the line and it pops up race winner next to his name. Obviously, because Ben Nichols, he stops Bam Dave Spooner there, but it seems like Jack Bunyan isn't again doing a very good job of avoiding all the traffic like he was doing in our first heat race of the night. But it doesn't take much for you to come unstuck with cars on opposite on both bends. We can see Ben Nichols still lurking on opposite there. Looks like 6-2 Gary Webb come unstuck there on the back straight as Dippy again. It's caught up in the action. Freddie goes in on Jack Bunyan, but Bunny's still in the lead of this. So Bunny Jr., great driving from him. Foot to the floor, and it doesn't matter as Kieran McCarver spins out Dalton still. The Nichols and Shady Goffler was another because John Bricknell just goes in on the TV man there. Comes through, marches him out of the way, but Jack Bunyan, it looks like the gaps opening up quite nicely for him. No Bang Racing Deluxe Sporting, you certainly need that as Shady Goff goes in on Jack and Junior, and then Smokey pots Jack and Junior into the fence there. Big bit of driving there.
Yeah. That's not bad because Shady was impaled on the fence for the last couple of rounds. He's on a boat, he's done Dan Steele, and he's done Dave Spooner. Who else is he going to end up doing in this one? Oh, look at that. Is he trying to catch out? I think he's waiting for Buddy Jr. Is he? No. Oh! Ben Nichols there trying to stop Jack and Jr. Tilly Davon up on there as well. He's plowed into there. That was Freddie Layson. Yank on yank. Look at Shady. The car's destroyed, but he still keeps on going. Carl Perry coming around the big jag. What can he do? No, he just sneaks on. Nailed Tilly Dave in the coupe. That's one wreck coupe from now on. Yeah, he's still on up. He's just going. He's
been on form as Ben Nichols again goes in on John Bricknell, showing another head on Crispy. Chris Smith goes in on Shady there. What's Dalton still going to do? Dalton goes in on Shady. Kieran McCarver, even in that big yank, he's avoiding trouble very, very nicely. He's in second position. And it is the top two in the series currently reversed, while the top two in this heat race. So that's quite interesting. I wonder if Kieran might want to try and pot Bunny Jr. in the fence rather than overtake him. And make him DNF to try and get some points on him or open up the gap even more. But we will see as we are in the closing stages of this one. Is Bunny Jr. still in the lead of the race?
Kieran McIver second, Cal Perry third, Jetro in fourth. I think Kieran's just picking his hits really. He's just trying to clock up the points early. He might even get that elusive final win. But Cullen Fred Leg and hop always straight into Bunny Jr. Tried to stop him. Nice smart move that way. Bunny jamming on the brakes just before and not too much damage. And Buddy bouncing himself off the post up the straight there. He's holding on anyway. Looks like we're about to get the winner. Should be declared any second now. He's on his last lap. Here he comes. Freddie's waiting. Oh, is he through? The feet's just frozen there for a second. No, he's bounced, so he's through. Yeah, the winner of Heat 2 is Bunny Jr., Jack Bunyan. See if Kieran McIver will come through in second place. There he is. Fast the cameras this now. Buddy James there. Absolutely destroyed Dalton Steele. Not much left of that grenade now. There's going to be some frivolous work to get that car pulled back out again. Nice big pile up there in the country bend away from our camera position. But yeah, it looks like we've got a result there. First place, Jack Bunyan. Second place, Kieran McIver. Third place, Owen Hunt, Jetro. Now Crispy in fourth. Picking up the pieces really was Crispy. No, Jetro's just grabbed third there. Taking his time to cross the line. We've got 20 seconds left, 25 seconds left to get across the line.
See, like just in the closing stages, I think Dan's still putting a great following in on Buddy James popping in on Dalton's and Dan's still there. So we've seen our first proper Swaffham following in of the night, but great end to the race. I think 162 Viking Brent Shaw also jacked up 262 Buddy James as he got stuck on the post on the home straight. Brilliant jack up player, Mark II Granada Estate on Mark II Granada Estates. Yeah, it was quite heavy in that one.
Here's inquiry. Matt Josie finished in fifth place. How did he manage that?
Oh, fifth place for Matt. Good result for him, clocking up the points.
Yep, he might even win tonight. But of course, we've myself and Jordan have been very enterprising, and we've what's the word? We financially rewarded certain drivers if they take Matt Josie over. Don't mind James. James is allowed race and win because he's good. He's good at this. Matt isn't as good.
Yeah, Matt spends a lot of his time practicing offline, and he still wasn't half as good as some of our drivers we've got racing. But no, he is practicing sign writing cars. Maybe he needs to spend more time practicing the actual driving aspect of it, and he would have won his heat in that one, won the race. But it is interesting looking at the series points. Obviously, we posted that on our Facebook page earlier, and I think. Even after a slight deduction of points after Mildenhall, that is still there or thereabouts in the series, and it'll be interesting to see where he is come the end of it.
Yeah, I think so. We're getting ready for Heat 3 now. Let's see, don't forget to keep the comments and the shoutouts following in. Our Steph is keeping a very close eye on them. Again, a fairly good contact win there by Bunny. Like, his car certainly wasn't straight by the end of it, and most of the damage wasn't inflicted by him. And speaking of Cecil's rent-a-rookie, Big Vaughn is watching us live tonight. He seems to be very impressed, so thanks for tuning in, Vaughn. Hopefully we can entertain you during this lockdown period. And Sean Burbidge, hashtag ring with cheetahs. He doesn't know why, but there we go. Big Hoss, yeah, hope you enjoyed it, Hoss. Hope we put on a show for you. Come on, Heat 3, Jordan.
Yeah, here we go. Heat number 3. Obviously, the penultimate chance for the drivers to score vital qualifying points for the grid for the Earthshaker final. Obviously, they don't have the money involved tonight like they did in real life. Me and Ed might be able to give them 50p each or something like that. But it's all about pride in this virtual series, isn't it, Ed?
It is. And pride comes before a fall. So there'll be a big fall coming in this one. Take it away.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Here we go, heat number 3. Unlimited pre-85 bangers, and already I think that shady Gothlickin's going opposite there on the exit of turn number 4. Let's see who he's going to meet on the nose. It is Dippy, Danny Potts, who is in the lead of the race as they come to complete the end of the first lap. While I say that, massive pile-up player, probably caused by Shady himself.
They all saw Shady and they got scared of him, maybe. I think he's on hop already. Is he looking for? He finds his man. Looks at those Cal Perry, smacked on the nose there. And the bromance, look at that Brent Sean, Stephen McGrath side by side. Who's going to come off worse? The Afro Man versus Team Sour? We don't know. It's the finest bromance ever seen in virtual banger racing anyway. Freddie Lacey come round. Oh, he clips you, Davies there. I'm sure Stu be seeing stars after that, and that's a pretty solid hit. Buddy James on up out the wrong way in the middle of the straight. Does he get going again? No, he's got going. He might spun there. Stu Davies trying to put him into the wall, and he has a clip in the post himself. Look, the Shady on up out there. Up on two wheels as well. Freddie Lacey weighs in the big Chevy there, wagon on wagon. Oh, Tilly Dave there putting about the. Oh, sorry. I do apologise. Oh, massive postings tonight. That's what we want. Never thought the phrase posting on the internet would mean anything other than that, Jordan. What do you reckon?
If I speak, I'm in big trouble. I think that's what Jose Mourinho famously once said. But Freddie Leaston going in on the Shady again. Jackie Jr. gets met on the nose. He gets jacked by Crispy. But it was Team V-Man Dalton still who helped push him through there. As I think that was Depot McGrath there just getting clipped by Shady. Yeah, it was. As T. Davids again on opposite, but good defending there, or good avoiding, should I say, by Dippy. But it is Kieran McIver in the lead of the race. Now, Ed, you actually felt more confident about Kieran's now, even if he has got that big yank.
Yeah, I think so, because you can pick your car. You can pick your hits in this car. It'll take an awful lot more damage. He's literally scraped the side of the car off the fence post there. Yeah, but I mean, stuff like this, it's much harder to push around. It's not as fast, but much harder to spin because there's nothing more weight in it. Like, the physics in this game are very realistic, so if you're trying to push a big yank around with a Granada, it's going to be very difficult as opposed to Granada on Granada. That was Bunny going backwards into the fence there. Oh, it's not that Matt Josie there, stuffed into the pit gate, I think it is. Oh, look at that. Alan Webb there destroyed Matt Josie. I think that's Matt's race finished on this one. Dan Steele there going through. There's the Viking Brent shot. Marshall Keno. Keno didn't hit Matt. Something not right there, I don't think.
I think that was waving him in as well.
Yeah, it could have been. And we've a fairly good American powered scrap going up the lead here. Kim McIver and Danny Potts. Dippy, she was coming any second now. Basically about 4 tons of car there going around. Who's down up out there? He's just completely piled Buddy James out of it. Can't even make it out, unfortunately. Screen's a little bit dark. That's Blam on up out there. Spooner all around the Jack and train. Gary Webb there giving him a good smack as if Brent Shaw. There's Jethro following around there. Yeah, Kieran McIver is still in the lead.
I think Crispy's race has ended. He's stuck on the infield marketers there on turn number 3. As Heat 1 winner Gary Webb goes into the fence, it looks like 160 Viking. He's also become stuck there as Gary Webb gets hit by Viking. As I say that, and Viking puts him into the barrier as Crispy goes in.
Hard.
And, John Bicknell gets hit there by Smokey Alan Webb. On yank in that one.
Yep, we still have 4 tons of Detroit iron in the lead. It's Dippy and Kieran McIver. 4 tons being the 2 cars, obviously. We don't allow Imperials in this one. Jethro in 3rd place. He's obviously just waiting to pick it up. He's good at that, Jethro. Sit and wait. He'd be one of the more cunning drivers in this series. There he goes. Dippy of Northern Bangers. Look at that. Carl Perry all over the back. Kieran McIver just can't push the old yank hard enough. He's coming on to his penultimate lap there is Dippy. Who's got down front of him is Brent Shaw. Is he going to even... No. Nice little pile up there coming onto the pit straight though. Looks like Ben Nichols involved in that one. But here he comes around. It's beginning of his last lap. Who's that? I think that was a dead car. He clipped himself on up out there. But yeah, Danny Potts. Any do him? No. He's straight through. He's on his last lap now. Looks like Jetro's into 2nd place with Bunny in 4th. And that'd be more interesting for the points end of things. But yeah, it looks like coming through. He's on a mission from God. He spins Smokey on the very last second. It's a win for Danny Potts. 2nd place, Kieran McIver. 3rd place, Bunny. Looks like Jethro in 4th. We might just have a last change of order at the very last second, so we need to wait for the official result to come through. Jordan, they kind of picked up on that one, I think.
Danny Potts, a great drive by him there. He did well to avoid the turn 2 pile-up, as you said, Ed. And I think even if he did tap that car that was dead on the exit turn 4, we did very well to avoid it the next lap round and indeed spin out Smokey on the start-finish straight. But no, you mentioned it in the commentary there, but 5 to 8, Jeffrey and Hunt again being Mr. Consistent in this one. And it's been very, very impressive since joining the series at Ringwood, I believe. I think Ringwood or Granadas was his first meeting.
Oh, he was actually there for round 1 in a Jag, if you remember. He was at Stan Lake.
Yeah, it was at Stan Lake. Sorry, it feels such a long time ago, and indeed it was. It was right at the start of lockdown, and this lockdown period with a win still. But yeah, no, Jeffro's been absolutely great in this series so far. He's done very, very well. He's always been there or thereabouts, and he's been a bit unlucky at times, getting stuck on cars and getting caught up in the carnage when maybe he's trying to avoid stuff. But he's always been quick, so if he has that little bit of luck on his side, he could be a good bet for the final later on.
Yeah, I think so too. But yeah, good win there by Dippy. I think Kieran McIver got 3rd, Jack Bunyan got 4th, and I think it was Dan Steele actually that got 5th. For some reason, I'm sure Dan's not really one again for interest in clocking up the laps. He's more interested in Marshall Keno has just said, unfortunately, there's a 12-point penalty for Northern Bangers winning in the Cage series. But we'll be able to put the Northern Bangers versus Cage versus Totally Trashed argument completely to bed next month, because we're having a 3-a-side team meeting. We'll be talking a little bit more about that later on. Yeah, we're just waiting for the next heat to come up. Any predictions for the next one, Jordan, or just more the same? Like, I don't keep saying that over and over again, but it really just seems to be the case that we can't predict what's going to happen. Obviously, banger racing is unpredictable, but nobody seems to be able to find anything consistent.
No, and that's exactly it. I think I said it earlier after Gary Webb won the opening heat race. To win consistently here on Redcrest is very, very hard, but to consistently get in the top 5 or even top 3 is very, very impressive, and I think that's what drivers will be looking to do in the heat races. And I think there's a couple that have done it. I think Jeffro, like I said, has been very, very consistent tonight, as he has throughout the whole series. Crispy, again, really consistent. Dippy's been good value as well, obviously, with a heat winning that one. So, heat 4, the last chance to get some points for the final. It's a bit do or die now to get a good grid position.
Yep, I think so. We're just getting ready to go now. The grid, they'll be lining up on the grid. Let me see, sir, I'm just attending to something else here, unfortunately. Not like me, usually should be ploughing straight onto this one. But yeah, heat 4, Jordan, more the same. Let's find out.
We will find out indeed. Here we go, the last heat race of the night. 15 laps ago, and it is James Keane leading the way in that Series 1 Jaguar early XJ6. It is Dippy Danny Potts who has indeed taken the lead. Hopefully James Keane is saving it for that 3-a-side team meeting that you just mentioned there. Ed, obviously, Ed said we will talk more about that later on. But Shady is getting on opposite, and he meets Crispy on the nose. David Hanzo, Titty Dave just pushing him through, but Shady will be looking for his next victim as it is Jeffro. Now we race.
He missed. It's Matt Josie in the lead. What's going on? Come on, guys. You can't have that happening now. Shady up on John Bricknell there. And Dalton still plows into the side of John Bricknell. There's Brent Shaw coming around. Shady missed. He's on his side. What a shot there by the Viking. He missed. He ended up rolling Shadow under his side, found the post. Stephen McGrath taking a swing at the Viking. Surprise. Danny Potts there smacked the Viking in the middle of next week by the looks of things. Shady Goff still stuck in the middle of it. Somehow, right, Norman Hodder is restored. Jack Bunyan takes the lead now. Is he on his own? He is. Just coming into the picture there at the top. Interesting right this way. Pip and pile up here. Here's Kieran McGiver plowing his way through in the Cadillac.
He's stuck in that pile-up. Jack Bunyan is stuck in that pile-up, meaning 29. Jack and Junior. Matt Josie has taken the lead of the race again. I think Vikings also start. Levy just met Shady on the nose, and Jack Bunyan still trying to get into it. And could he find himself a lap down? It nearly is. Here comes Jack and Junior, Matt Josie, Kieran McIver, and Carl Parry right on his bumper. That's a shame there for Jack Bunyan. We said it doesn't take much for you to lose a lap or lose a few positions, and that was certainly the case there for Bunny Junior. Shady.
The leader's gone. The leader has gone. Is that Dippy about to salvage looking up? Cal Parry with Jethro right beside him. I'm not sure if Dippy's a lap down there or not, but he's just shoved Uzi put into the fence there, but looks things. And he's going to come out in the lead for now, and it's Jethro, Owen Hunt, 528. Fairly comfortable lead, but it mightn't last for much longer. Oh, look at that Viking and plows into Shady. Jethro scraped it through there. John Bricknell's waiting on Oppo, or is he just jammed the reverse one the other? Buddy James in second place. Kieran McIver in fourth now. He briefly wasn't second. There's a bit of a scrap going here for the lead. We'll see if we can pick up the leaders on our camera. You see Jetro coming through and he's second now. There he is. Blue Granada stay. Freddie Layson tries and fails to push him through. He clocks another lap up. Who's in second place? It's Buddy James. Third place, Carl Parry. Fourth place, Kieran McIver. Again in the big Cadillac. Consistency is the key on this one. Shady Goff still on up on what's left of the side of the crown. Brent Shaw giving him a good slap. Takes out Crispy. There's Jetro pushing his way through. Nearly got caught in up there by Steve McGrath straight into Shady Goff. Steve O'Carroll's looking for Brent Shaw. He just missed him. And Tilly Dave and what's left of that Mercury going through. There's Stu Davies in the Mark II. Two-door Granada. With Bunny Jr. trying to push his way through. Look at that. Bunny Jr.'s up to fourth place. Again, he's a man you just cannot underestimate him. He's probably one of the most impressive drivers in the entire series. He can win. He can crash whatever mood he's in. The mood will take him where he wants to go. Is that Jetro just been caught at the top of the screen? No, that's Gary Webb actually in the blue Granada state. Carl Parry there smacked him into the middle of next week. Jordan, I can't keep up.
No, certainly not. It's been fast and furious in this one, but Jeffro is still in the lead of the race. Buddy James is in second position. And it looks like Jeffro's got about a 3/4 of a straight lead as he goes through turn number 2. Avoiding the chaos as Crispy Chris Smith meets someone on the nose. I couldn't quite make out who that was. Freddie goes in on Jeffro, as we say how well Jeffro's doing. That lead will be slightly evaporated, but he still holds a pretty good margin, isn't that as it is. 244 Bunny Jr. now up to second position. If that is the case and there's just not a bit of a freak accident, then that is great driving by Bunny Jr. because I think he pretty much lost.
Oh, look, he just took the lead there.
A lap. And yeah, he has indeed took the lead. What a great drive by Ed.
Yeah. Granada State 1, 2, 3. Buddy James there. Buddy James takes second place. Fair play to Buddy. Again, he's one who knows when it's time. Freddie Layson trying again there. He stopped Buddy Jr. Oh, Kieran McIver destroyed the right side of Granada there. Is that indeed? No. They're all piling in now. Matt Josie there overtakes since Jetro takes the lead again. But Buddy Jr. is right behind him. Buddy James behind him too. Basically, the three Granny Estates are holding 1, 2, and 3 at the moment. Nice little shove going on the pit straight there. Coming into the pit bend. Is that Matt Jones waiting off? Freddie does him again. Takes Jetro out with Bunny Jr. Will Bunny take the lead? I think he will. He has. Buddy James behind him. But yeah, takes the lead right in the very last second for about the third time during that race. Jack Bunyan there, fantastic win. Jetro obviously taking his anger out down Freddie. That was a little bit naughty there on Oppo. Now, some of us purists don't really like going on Oppo until the DD, but that's just me. It's what people want. It's what we're here to put on the show with. Jordan, again, Jack Bunyan, what can you say?
Oh, what can we say about Jack? He impresses us week after week, and well, we certainly did in that one. Absolutely amazing drive to come from nearly a lap down early on and win the race in the closing stage is absolutely brilliant. He's such a good driver on this game, and he helps out a lot of people as well behind the scenes with setting up the game and all sorts. Yeah, well done, Jack. And he's also got a replica of his dad's 2004 Wimbledon World Final Mark II Granada Estate tonight. So that's how you're seeing Bunny Jr. in slightly different colours, but it is a fantastic replica of a fantastic looking car. Well done, Bunny Jr.
Indeed, well done, Buddy James, second place. Tiddy Dave actually ended up in third place in the Mercury 8 with Dan Steele fourth, and Matt Josie in fifth for some reason. Jetro eventually coming on sixth with Kieran McIver in seventh place. Now that's the 4 heats done with. We're into our little 10-minute break. We've had a warning from race control. Shady Goff got a slap on the wrist there. Can't go backwards off the grid to go on opposite and turn 3 without going around. Translation of that rule is you need to do at least one lap. And there's 15 of those laps, so you're allowed to do one. What do you think?
Definitely a good heat for. Again, 4 very good heat races in that one.
Yeah, I think actually we're past the watershed. Stephen McGrath said hello to Big Hoss, but he's been very he said a very rude word, so I think we'll save Steve-O's modesty and not repeat what that word is live on air. It's in anyone looking at the Facebook comments is going to see it.
I was going to say, I've just checked the Facebook comments as well. I needed to cover my eyes on some of the language being used there tonight. Obviously, a few people have had one too many shandies, but it's all good. We'll allow it. Bit of fun. Everyone needs a bit of fun in their life at the moment. And that's hopefully what we were going to give people on Saturday night. And again, a massive thank you to everyone who's helped out behind the scenes and not only bringing you the Caged World Series that we've been giving you guys every fortnight, but also the drivers as well. And yeah, it's been really, really good.
That's been very impressive. What's been equally impressive is the guys who race the real cars have been equally as good in the virtual cars. Obviously, a few people using steering wheels, a few people using Xbox controllers. But yeah, so no, I think. Oh, hang on, sorry, no, unrelated. But yeah, we're talking about the next round, and we haven't actually decided what the next one's going to be. I think a few people want Mondales, a few people want micros, and then a few people just want to stick with the formula, use unlimiteds again. Anything particular you'd like the guys to race, Jordan? Or are you just open-minded, really, take it as it comes?
Well, obviously, I think me, you, Matt, and James obviously decide the fixtures, and we all decide that we will put out a few suggestions, but it is down to the drivers for what they want. After all, they will be the ones racing and entertaining you guys. And I think the general consensus is they wouldn't mind a Monday meeting, maybe around Northampton, I think was mentioned, Coventry as well. So, yeah, as you said, we haven't yet decided, but when we do, we will put out a general announcement and let you know the date and timings and everything else.
Yeah, there's a bit of the Gulf corner's been kicking up again. Matt Josie says, shout out for me on my second Copperberg, LOL, lol. Well, Matt, if you drink that stuff, I mean, that explains why you're driving so badly. It just makes you drive worse. And it's nothing to do with being pissed either. It's just a crap drink. I don't drink it. I think a lot of my female friends drink it. So maybe that's a hint as to why you're doing so badly, Matt. You drive like a girl. Now, no disrespect to any of our lady racers out there, but we're just using it as a general throwaway term, Matt. I think you can't blame the drink this time, just blame yourself, really. We're more from the Gulf corner. Carl Perry says, I feel targeted, Rodding. I think the laps are over. Oppo time. So, yeah, he actually led very, very, very briefly, I think for like 1/10 of a lap earlier on. So I think that was enough for him. So he's renowned a bit as going the wrong way. So, yeah, we'll see if we get an Oppo from Carl Perry, see what results he can affect this time. Jordan, what's your favourite banger website? Is it Caged, is it Northern Bangers, or is it totally trashed?
I prefer J-Race Media to all of them, to be honest. And Everyday Photos is a great photo site as well on Facebook. So yeah, I prefer them two compared to everything else.
I know that's a very fair answer, and I'm very flattered with your answer. But the reason I'm asking that question is our 2nd July meeting on, I think it's the 18th of July. It's a 3-a-side team meeting in Ipswich, and we'll be using basically the modern unlimited cars. It's basically the ultimate battle. Find out which is the best banger Facebook page of them all. Is it Caged? Is it Northern Bangers? Or is it totally trashed? And we've been very fair in picking this. Dippy basically ran off and snagged all the good drivers first, leaving Caged to pick the second hardy bunch of wires, and then totally trashed. We're left to pick up what was left, but it's not necessarily leftovers are a bad thing. Looking at the teams, very briefly, Team Caged, Matt Josie wears the captain's armband. Marshall Keno, Kieran McIver, Chris Smith, Carl Perry, Buddy James, Stephen McGrath, and wearing the guest position, it's Rob Klein. Rob Klein, don't I pronounce it? But for Northern Bangers, obviously, now this sounds very a very cliche team, really, because they're not all based in the north. Danny Potts wears the captain's armband. Dippy, his brother Jamie is second, and there are a few recognisable names as well. Freddie Layson, Drew Wilson, Jack Bunyan. No, he's hardly from the north, is he? Ben Nichols, Dalton Steele, and another holiday maker, Gary Webb. And then for totally trashed, a few more familiar names: Brett Gedney, Ben Aves, Kyle Bantic, Shane Masterman, Callum Reid, who we were trying very hard to get to this series, but unfortunately wasn't able to commit. Harvey Webb, and then I think it's actually we're just waiting on the final totally trashed driver to commit. But obviously myself and Jordan will need to be totally unbiased during the commentary from that meeting. I think we might even try and get a representative of Northern Bangers and Team Totally Trashed into the commentary box during the day. So I'm not sure if it's going to be more trash talk or excuses. What do you reckon, Jordan? I think there'll be more excuses than trash talk on this one.
Oh, I think all the trash talking has already been done. Obviously, Northern Bangers and Totally Trashed in us. We have a friendly rivalry, as everyone likes to point out and stuff. But no, it'll all be good fun. And we thought, obviously, with the cancellation of M teams and everything else, we thought we'd put this together as a bit of fun. It allows the crowd to get involved as well, where obviously everyone has their favourite pages and people who they admire and stuff. So yeah, all the pages will be bigging up the meeting in advance. It's almost like the virtual Stan Lake Mega Crash meeting next year, which Totally Trashed are going to be promoting next year at the Stan Lake Arena, like I say. So yeah, it should be good fun. It should create a lot of banter, as you say, Ed, and yeah, it should be good.
We hope so too. There's a bit more trash talk going on the driver's shot at the moment. Steve McGrath still hasn't really given Brent Shaw the shot that he deserves in Steve-O's eyes. Likewise, Brent hasn't got Steve-O back, so I think Steve-O's just putting up a few pictures that he's a few of the hits that he's pulled off over the years. Most of them taken by myself for some reason, but it seems to be a worrying trend here. Banger drivers, I know a lot of them would have a lovely Austin Westminster in the garage, or some might have a lovely Forgonata. But it looks like a few people have the old bubble-shaped micros as their road car of choice. Now, I've driven one of these; they're not great, but lowered down a bit on Steelies and put springs on it. They seem to be a bit better. But yeah, guys, pick a better road car. I mean, you can do far better than this on micro for the road at least. But Jordan, but yeah. Going back to tonight, again, it's been the same few people over and over being consistently good. Jack Bunyan, Kieran McIver, Jethro's been in there as well, and Buddy James. Anyone else stood out for you this evening, Jordan, or just, everyone's done their best?
It's interesting to note that 160 Viking Brenshaw hasn't necessarily had the best of nights compared to what we're used to seeing from him. He's normally been Mr. Consistent and getting at least a win or two under his belt each meeting. Yeah, he hasn't took that win yet and hasn't visited Victory Lane and gone on his parade lap. So it will be interesting to see whether he can pull it together for this grand final, the Earthshaker final, and the kitty.
Yeah. Well, he did win the final, right? And he won, didn't he? It was Brent Shaw talking about, right? Sorry. I'm just getting confused with all the getting confused with all the trash talk going on here in the drivers' chat. But yeah, no, I think Jack Bunyan's going to be trying very hard now to try and pick up those points. So Kieran McIver's not going to make it easy for him. A bit more trash talk going on. Dave Spooner says, hard work tonight, get up there and straight back down the pan again. Well, that's bang racing for you, Bam. It's just the way it goes. And Steve-O's accusing Gary Webb of rodding, which, I don't know, is that a good thing or not?
It's a good thing if you're Gary Webb because he's took a race win tonight. But I guess if you're Steve-O and you're trying to stop him and you don't want him to be getting the points, and it's a bad thing. So depending on what camp you're in, depends if you're happy or not. It's a bit like a football team. If your team wins, you're happy. If they lose, you're sulking. And speaking of football, how great is it to have that back?
Well, I'm not a football fan at all, so it means nothing to me. I'm a banger racing fan through and through. But
okay.
No, that's just me, Jordan. Banger racing, you need two balls rather than one. But I mean, that's such an old-fashioned cliche comment, really, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. And the amount of times I've actually heard people say that, and at times I've often thought it, but never said it publicly. Two completely different sports, and hopefully it won't be too long before we can all get back to what we love doing in the normality of life.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, not too far away, but obviously big respect to all the emergency services, the NHS, HSC, basically everyone at the front line of all this. I know it's slowly calming down, but it still hasn't fully gone away yet. Hopefully it will be sorted in the next month or two. I mean, obviously everyone who's respecting, social distancing and all that. But hey, we're not lecturing service. We're not Sky News. We're not the Sun newspaper either. So let's see. There's been an awful lot of videos being thrown up here to drivers chat. I think they're all justifying the fact that they're all big hitters, really. So there hasn't been much big hitting going on so far, but hopefully on the all-comers it'll really pick up. Because there's a proper race coming up soon, 25-lap final. Any early predictions, Jordan?
I'm not too sure, actually. I think tonight we've seen it more than ever that, if you're leading the race going into the last lap, it's that same old cliche. You don't want to be leading the race going into the final lap. You want to be leading the race, crossing the line and taking that checkered flag. And I know that does sound cliche and corny, but it is true. You've got to be the first one to take that checkered flag to win the race now. I think avoiding trouble and being consistent across the 25 laps will be key tonight.
Yeah, well, was it the old saying, to finish first? First you must finish.
Yep.
Brent Shaw's still having a good go at Stephen McGrath. He says the only pitch that matters, of course, Brent absolutely destroying Steve-O's Granada at Ringwood in 2016. Let me see what happens next then. But yeah, we really don't know. All of our finds have been very, very, very unpredictable. But yeah, it's literally a case of whoever's in the lead at the end of 25 laps. Doesn't mean if they want to win, of course, because as you've seen, a lot of people don't really want to win.
Yeah, some people are more interested in going crashing, a bit like the likes of Shady Goff, the likes of Ben Nichols, and obviously, as you very well pointed out earlier, Carl Parry as well has said that he's tired of going the right way round and will be going back to Mildenhall a fortnight ago and turning it around and causing a lot of havoc. And we had some great fun with Carl a fortnight ago, like I said, at Mildenhall, and he caused a few really, really good track blockages. So it'll be interesting to see if we get any more of them tonight.
Yeah, I think so too. Let me see, 1 second. Sorry, the race controller asked me what do you want to see. I think we just see the cars coming out onto the grid. So just give them the order through there. So yeah. The format now for the final is the grid positions will be read out, and then each driver will basically go to their grid position. So we're just waiting to hear now who's qualified on pole position for the evening. Would you be getting ready soon to go back up? We just have the grid now. Pole position, Jack Bunyan. Beside him is Chris Smith. Second row of the grid, Jethro and Hunt. Beside him, Kerr McIver. And the big yank managed to shove 2 tons of American car around. Behind him is Dippy for some reason. And Matt Josie managed to scrape through on the outside of the third row. Behind them, 961, Dan Steele. On the outside of him, Buddy James. Behind him, Gary Webb. And then beside him is Brent Shaw. Behind him, Dalton Steele with Dave Spooner on the outside. Behind him on the 8th row of the grid, Tiddy Dave with our own James Keane. Behind him is John Bracknell with Alan Webb on the outside, and then the rest of the grid line up. So this will take a few minutes for the grid to assemble. So no surprises really with the first 5 rows of the grid. I'm not even going to say this time you're going to make a prediction. Just a case of, the winner will come from one of those 5 rows. It's just literally a case of who's it going to be.
Well, considering I've said how quiet he's been so far tonight and how he hasn't necessarily had the luck on his side, I'm going to put my neck out on the line and say 160 Viking. Brent Shaw's going to take this one home. Obviously, he hasn't won a final since the opening meeting at the Stanley Arena for the virtual caged open. So, yeah, I think this race will be Vikings. Come on, Brent, Afro man.
Afro Thunder. Well, don't forget he won the first heat. He won the first final literally at the very, very, very last second. Jack Bunyan taken out on the apex of the exit of the last bend. So, but yeah, basically he sat behind the whole time. So, let's see what happens here. I'm not even going to predict a winner because I honestly don't know. But I'd say we'll call him Danger Man, Jack Bunyan. You just don't know with him. Like he never gives up. He's always going to be ready for it. So I'd say he's at least going to be standing on the podium. So we're just going to get the car.
I completely agree with that statement, Ed. I think Danger Man is a great way to describe young Jack. And I think from pole position he certainly will be. But it'll be interesting to see whether 811 Kieran McIver Motorhead will pop the bumper and going into the first bend to try and stop Jack winning. Obviously, Kieran lands up P4, so he's got to get back on the inside line. But yeah, that's always an interesting battle to keep your eye on the car 811 and 244. I was just lining up now, and then they will be gridded up to go for this 25-lap grand final for the Earthshaker.
I'm going to have to chastise you very heavily there, Jordan. This isn't Thursday night. This is National Hot Rod Racing. We don't talk about lines and holding lines and returning to lines. It's basically whoever gets out of that corner up front and can hold on to it. But there he goes, Jack Bunyan going around to take up pole position. And he's going to have a very lonely wait there up there now at the moment. Just waiting for the next cars to come through. But yeah, like obviously there's not as much race in this as National Hot Rods would be. whatever you're into, as I would say. But there's Crispy now just ready to go out on his own. But yeah, it can be the winner will definitely come from the first 6 rows. It's basically nothing to do with tire pressures, nothing to do with lines, nothing to do with. Okay, I think a bit of it's to do with luck, but it's literally going to be a very furious final. Like, there's basically going to be the gloves are going to be off for this one. Never mind the all-comers races. Like, this is really the one that you want to win. Looks like, yeah, we're just waiting for more cars to come out there. Don't know. Is Bunny in the right place by the start line, or is Crispy in the right place by the end of the on the back straight?
I think Crispy was just doing the practice start there, warming up his tyres and making sure the car's all set up to go for this big final. But obviously, as you said, this isn't hot rods or even virtual hot rods or the virtual Briscoe Formula One stock cars, because it's been really interesting to hear, young Charlie Sauder say about he's been giving Tom Harris and Luke Davidson in particular, two of the top guys in F1 stock cars. He's been giving them virtual setups, and he's been joking around saying, the thing is, if I give them virtual setups, they'll give me setups in real life. So it'll be interesting to see whether Tom or Luke give young Charlie a bit of a helping hand with some setups online. But it's been great, the Briscoe Formula One virtual series. And I believe their last meeting was tonight, but I'm sure you'll be able to catch the stream still on their YouTube channel as well.
Yeah, it's been very good, very entertaining racing as well. I think the only thing that window boy Paul Hines and East Coast legend Mark Sargent, you actually get to see them. So the last thing I want to see is our ugly mugs, particularly when we get a bit excitable. So fair play for those two guys. It's been very entertaining. It's been very inspiring as well. So hopefully we can bring the same amount of excitement to that as we've had this. But at least with this game, Wreckfest, as opposed to R Factor, the physics are right. So the cars don't just bounce up in the air when they crash. They actually bend, they fold. There's something we mentioned earlier on. You were talking about Scrutineering Bay. A few people got a slap on the wrist before the last meeting because they'd made a few adjustments to the cars. I think basically the layman's term would be they'd remapped the cars to go a bit better, go a bit quicker. Usually in bang racing, you tune your car by twiddling around a bit with the carb, messing around a bit with the distributor, get the timing advanced up it, so you get a bit much quicker response. But a few people got their wrist slapped. So everyone's been very fair this time. There's been no. I wouldn't call it blatant cheating. Obviously, the way I'd see blatant cheating this game is, can you fill your car with 3 tons of solid lead? But you can't do that in this game. But there's the cars lined up there now. We've got the first 6 rows already. You see the lineup there at the bottom. Pole position Jack Bunyan on the outside. Chris Smith, Jen Dietro outside him. Motorhead. Third row of the grid rather. Dippy on the outside of him. John Bracknell, sorry, I'm getting mixed up here. Actually, that's Matt Josie. That's Matt Josie, how dare I? But everybody else is piling in there now. Who's at the back more so? Carl Perry's at the back, Shady Goff's at the back, Freddie Late's at the back, Stephen McGrath's at the back. Everybody at the back, there's something in common. There's something very in common between people at the front and people at the back. People at the front like racing, and people at the back like wrecking, basically. So we're just about under starters orders here, Jordan. I'm not even going to say this time. I'm going to say, all right, here's an interesting one. By lap 4, who do you think is going to be the top 5 when it settles down a little bit?
Lap 4, that's a great question, and we haven't actually thought about that in any of the finals before. I think Jack's going to get away. I think Kieran's going to be second. Gary Webb's going to be third. Dippy, Danny Potts in 4th position, and Crispy Chris Smith in 5th.
Right. We'll go with that. Let's see what happens. Okay.
You got any predictions before we go?
No, I think it's literally no. I don't know. I think Jack Bunyan's going to be like the hair out of the trap. He's really going to go for it. I think Kieran McIver's going to try and follow him, but I think Dippy, just by fluke, really has pulled high. But they're coming around now. Reese Thompson says, "Hey, Reese, thanks for tuning in." But here we go. Here's the final of the Earthshaker. Jordan, you ready?
Yes, Let's Get Ready to Rumble was a reporter used to play. All the old firecrackers.
We are green.
Jack Bunyan leads the field away in this one. Crispy Chris Smith in 2nd position. Like Jeffro, Alan Hunt is in third there.
Stephen McGrath just spun there, got caught by Freddie Lace, and they're both going up. Excellent by Jack Bunyan, he's steered around it completely. And Jetro's been caught out by him. That was fantastic. That was great bit of teamwork there with Freddie and Steve-O. As they come around again, it's Jack Bunyan in the lead. Second place, Matt Josie. Third place, Gary Webb. But fourth place, the Dark Horse. Gary Webb again. They stop Bunny. But it's early days, yes. Jack Bunyan, he's picked up in third place. That was good. More teamwork there from Freddie and Steve-O. Oh, Ben Nichols there. Buries John Mickle into the fence. Dalton Steele there tries flicking out Tilly Day, but he's missed. Here they go again. Will Freddie try and take him out this time? Oh, look at that. Matt Josie puts Gary Webb into the wall. Bunny Jr. again sneaks through on the inside. That was a fantastic bit of driving again by Bunny. He's come up behind Freddie now. There's going to be a bit of payback. Going to shove that big Caprice into the fence. Well, Steve-O's just sitting on up. Oh, he's pulling away. She might even clock up a lap here at Steve-O. Something not right about that. But Bunny's still in the lead, Jordan. Oh, he's been caught up again. Oh, Bunny Jr.'s caught there behind Steve-O. He'll get going again, though. He's not lost too much lead.
Who has taken the lead of the race, and he's got 29 Jack and Junior. Matt Josie right in his tail. Them two have been swapping positions early on in the early stages of this one. 82 Smoke, Alan Webb in third, and it is 2 for 4. Bunny in the fourth position there. Didn't start a trouble for long, as again, I think that is Boat Dick himself, Stephen McGrath. He got caught up there with 2 for 4 Jack Bunyan.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, actually, it's Matt Josie in the lead of the race. He spun out, Gary Webb, and he gets hit head on by number 2, John Bicknell. Great head on there.
Yeah, it's Alan Webb just in front of Matt Josie. They're literally neck and neck. Shady Goff getting shoved out of the way. There's Jetro in front there. He's the lap down. But but looks at things, the top 4 race. Steve McGrath but straight into Jack Bunyan. Let's see if Jack get going again. He will. He gets past on the outside by Kerr McIver. He's Carl Perry right behind him. Carl said he didn't want to do laps, so something's not right there. But there's the full running order very briefly. Smokey, Alan Webb in the lead. Second place, Matt Josie. Third place, Jack Bunyan C. Up to third place, I told you he would. Fourth place, Kerr McIver. Fifth, Carl Perry. 6th, Dave Spooner. Bam, doing laps. What's wrong, Bam? Come on, Bam. There's Crispy there, shoves me out of the way. But Shady Goff's on up again. Who's he looking for this time? He's going for Matt Josie. Oh, he stops him head on. Oh, there's been pilot fire in pit bends. Alan Webb's been caught up on that. There goes Jack Bunny. He's about to take the lead. Is he? No, he's right behind Alan Webb now. That's what we want. He's right on his bumper. There he goes. He takes the lead now. But by the looks of things, the top 5 are more or less bumper to bumper. We're going NASCAR here, the way the cars are tied together. Let's see. Bunny Jr. again. Yeah.
Lead the race, but Matt Josie dives up the inside, going into turn 3 and really takes the lead of this race. This has been an exceptional drive by Jack and Junior, but again, Jack Bunyan, well, you said it, Eddie, is the danger man, and he's been the danger man to Matt in this one, pushing him all the way. Wow, what a foul! Crispy takes the race lead there. Spins out Dalton still. Who's in second position? Well, it looks like Matt, according to the timing screens, is still in second position. Bunny Jr. is still in third. With Gary Webb led as James goes head on with Shady. Viking goes in on him as well there. But can Crispy get... No! Freddie stops him head on with help from Ben Nichols. Who's going to take the lead of the race now? I think it is 6-2-2. Gary Webb taking the race lead. Bunny Jr., Jack Bunyan in second.
Right behind him.
Yeah. Right behind him indeed. Wow. Look at how things change, and we're going into the final 10 laps in this one. Absolutely crazy.
Oh, Shady Goff. He goes for Bunny Jr., but he catches Alan Webb instead. Oh, Bunny Jr.'s got... No, the pack is basically spun back around again, and Carl Perry's right behind him as well. Right now, Gary Webb is in the lead. Smokey Alan Webb second. Oh, we've had a change of lead again. Gary Webb now takes... Oh, there's a proper scrap going on here. Where did Dippy come from? He's pulled his way back up to second there in the big Dodge Monaco. There they go. They're going past the current position now. Gary Webb, where is he now? Oh. He's actually pulled. Look at the lap Gary Webb has pulled. He basically is pretty much about the length of the straight in the lead. The Jetro had to push his way.
Oh, but not anymore. Freddie stops him by the arm car. I thought Gary was just going to avoid it there, but it doesn't look like it. But it is his running mate, 5-to-8 Jeffo, Alan Hunt in the lead of the race. Carl Perry has moved up to second position as the secret. Look at that, Carl Perry's clipped the post, like we said, how lethal them posts and miles are. And that has allowed Bunny Jr. to move back up in second position, but it is Jeffo in the lead of the race. Oh, what a dodge by Jeffro.
What a
Absolutely
dodge
brilliant.
by Bunny, and there he goes, he's taking the lead. Oh, Bunny straight through there now. Oh, there's a pile up there. Smokey Alan Webb just taking the lead. Bunny still, oh, he's caught there between Dan Steele and Jethro. He's back up again. Alan Webb again takes the lead. Buddy James there picks it up in the second place. He was obviously just waiting, as we said. Kieran McIver into second place now. Let's see if we can see the gap. Oh, it's a good job. Break the left, plows in the head. Kieran McIver smashes into the side of the Smokey. He's about to scrape his way through into the lead by the looks of things. Matt Josie's there right behind him in second place. Bunny Jr. again, and he's in fourth. But Buddy James is in there as well. They're side by side pretty much. Jordan, what can I say? 5 laps to go. This is some race.
5 laps to go, and this has been, I think, the best race of the series. As Matt Josie's taking the lead. No, he hasn't. It's Buddy Jr. spins. No, he's got the lead. No, it's Buddy James. Damn, Dave Spooner is in second position. Kieran McIver in third. Smoke Ellen Webb in fourth. Marshall Keno up to 6th now. There's more action kicking off on turn 2. But it is Buddy James in the lead. It'll be interesting to see now in the final 4 laps of this one if Shady and Ben Nichols can have anything more to say about that. It looks like 162 Viking, Brent Shaw is on the opposite. And he goes in on Crispy Chris Smith. He puts him aside there, though, but Buddy James, it's T-boning Viking out of the way, that one. He's got a big lead.
He must have a big lead, but unfortunately with this one, a few of the guys have other ideas. You don't necessarily have to be right behind the effective positions of the race. Buddy James, he bounced off the fence, but he's still going. Jethro's in second place, Dave Spinner in third. There's Matt Josie now. I think he was in fourth place there as he moved back a bit. We're just waiting for the result screen to update a bit. Looks like you've Jethro in the lead now. Buddy James in second place, Kieran McIver third, Buddy Jr. fourth position, Stephen Scrapers went to the podium, Bandai Spooner in fifth, Dippy there in sixth, Big Dodge there still going. We're down to 2 laps to go. Jethro scraped his way back on the lead there. Buddy James takes the lead again. Let's see the gap that he has, and he's a reasonable gap ahead of him, but Bang Racing around the corner, somebody's waiting for him. There's Dan Steele, no, lets him through. Dave Hans nearly gets him, but he misses. So looks like Buddy James there now. He's a reasonable gap ahead. Who's on Oppo here waiting? No, he's picked his way through very nicely. There's Buddy. He's about to begin his second last lap. Oh, and he takes it. An excellent win there by Buddy James. Fair enough, he didn't start right at the front, but like we said, the winner will come from the first few rows. He's done extremely well. Jethro in second place. Looks like it's between Dippy and Gaza for fourth. Yep. Oh, Marshall Keno, fair play to him. James Keno scraped his way into the podium with Dippy behind him and Gary Webb. Jordan, that was insane. Like, I literally ran out of breath there at one stage.
I said it in commentary. I think that has to be best, if not then one of the best caged virtual races we have ever seen. Absolutely phenomenal action there from everyone. Matt Josie says then Mark 2s are a naughty word, so I don't think he'll be using one of them again. Obviously, Matt was very, very unlucky, but what a drive by Buddy James, taking his first final win of the series. Been very, very impressive. Unlucky there from 5 to 8, Jeff Allen Hunt. By James Keane in third position. What a final, Ed.
Very much what a final, but I think Matt Josie's using the old workman and tools excuse. But yeah, if it's a result, first place Buddy James, second place Owen Hunt, third place James Keane, fourth place Danny Potts, and fifth place Dave Spooner. But that was fantastic. The nearly man was Jack Bunyan. He, we're not going to say he should have won that, he could have won that. He was doing the best chance. He went for it. He didn't hold back. I mean, that's what you want in Bayern racing. Just go for it. There's no point in sitting there, wait and see what happens. You just have literally grab the bull by the horns, go for it.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's what a few drivers did in that one. There was certainly no holding back. Certainly not from Freddie or Steve. Straight away, just going the jugular, trying to get Jack Bunyan on the very first lap. Absolutely awesome stuff in that one, and we still have 3 more events to go with 2 all-comers and a DD.
We do. So yeah, we're back down to the. We're just going to change the laps back down to 15 for the all-comers. So the gloves are off now. It's basically a case of do or die for the all-comers. We're just going to change the laps back to 15. We have excellent. Let me see. Matt Chelsea says my car died. It was going so well. Well, Matt, that's banger racing, really, isn't it? I mean, it's not as if you're driving a car made out of solid granite with a concrete line chassis now, is it?
You said, Ed, the workman always blames his tools. It's never his fault.
Oh, it's definitely never Matt Josie's fault. Well, it looks like we've had a rage quit. We could be having connection issues as well, but yeah, it was probably the most exciting final of them all. They've all been very exciting, but that one just had the edge, I think. That's the first time I've lost. That's the first time I've lost my voice. I literally tripped over myself there. Never been able to do that before.
No, I completely agree with that one. It was just everything seemed on edge. You got the sense that the last thing you wanted to be in that final was in first position. That was the one place you didn't want to be, and even the more experienced guys like Jethro, Alan Hunt, and Jack Bunyan, Crispy Chris Smith, Matt Josie, even whoever was in the lead of the race just kept coming unstuck. And then you had guys fighting their way back through the field after getting caught in the carnage, and just unbelievable at times. And I think Crispy Chris Smith is going to let his frustration out in this one and go for head on, shall we say?
I think so. So you've one or two of the PCs actually overheated in that one. I don't know if it was anything to do with us. Dan still saying my PC just died on me randomly, so I think we're stressing it's overheated a bit. But I've been trying not to turn around tonight.
Issue as well.
Yeah, I think so. Just randomly shut down. He says, "Well, it's not really the real thing, is it?" But Carl Price says, "I've been trying not to turn it around all night." I don't know. I don't know. Again, is that another big book of racing driver excuses? Dave Spooner says, "Been good racing, just no luck." Well, he's had good luck. If you didn't have any luck, you wouldn't have. What's the old saying? If you didn't have any bad luck, you wouldn't have any luck at all. So,
yes.
Just take it as it comes, really.
That is the saying, indeed.
It is. I really need to write all these down on a big blackboard in front of me before outside of my virtual commentary window, which is a...
One we can have a Ed's analogy corner where you can have your best analogies and, we can have some descriptive words and all that. It'll be like English literature with Ed. Great.
Yeah, English literature from the Irishman, but basically that corner would be but that'd be a very small corner compared to the Gulf corner, because I think the Gulf corner would just be so big.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest corner you've ever seen in your life. The Mako Rouge and the Corkscrew at Laguna Seca look tiny, really. Look like the hairpin on a go-kart track.
Yeah, the obviously the Corkscrew at Laguna Seca is probably one of the most famous corners in motorsport. It drops 10 stories, you believe, and it is frightening watching the old MotoGP boys. I think, who was it, Valentino Rossi and Casey Stoner, maybe? And for the lead on the last lap, absolutely insane. But anyway, enough MotoGP. Page Virtual World Series, here we go.
Waiting for the camera car to swing off the track.
Smokey Alan Webb in the lead of the race early on. Ben Nichols is in second position. That can't be right. Ben Nichols in second.
We'll see. Camera goes back. Oh, you're still in the lead. Ben Nichols in the lead. Come on, Ben. You don't get to race with Team Stinkbridge being a rodder now, do you? But Alan Webb is shoved into the tyres there. That's why we lost him. Gary Webb, look at the amount of space there. Smokey going up. Gary Webb spins out. Bit of a greasy track, obviously. He's going to win over Ben Nichols and he misses him completely. He catches Brent Shaw of Viking out by looks things. Little pilot falling in the country bend as opposed to the pit bend up the other end. So I have a look. Kerry McIver facing their own way in the Yankees. That spun him out there. I think that was John Bricknell that caught him out. Sorry, folks. We're just waiting for the camera to realign. There we go. We'll zoom in a little bit. Early lead. Then Ben Nichols, second place. Matt Josie also looking for the caged win here. Will it happen? We don't know. Smokey and Oppo there. He's Gaza right beside him. Friday's piled in head on into Gaza there. Pretty solid shot there. Smokey and Oppo. He's over Dippy. Catch him head on. McIver slam Smokey on the big Cadillac there. Motorhead there slams into Gary Webb. John Bricknell piled in as well. The Yanks coming together. Brent Shaw pushing him from behind as well. Matt Josie's in the lead. That can't be right, can it? Can't play its course time. Do your worst, Jordan.
There you go. You did it yourself. Matt Josie back down into second position as Ben Nichols takes the lead of the race. Dippy goes in on Bam Davis. And so does John Bricknell. Massive shot there. The Smoke Alan Webb tries his best to take out the Northern Bangers man as well. Obviously unhappy with some of Drew Wilson's Instagram stories.
We do. We've a Jack and Train falling on the pit bend. Stephen got bounced off and Gary Webb plows in. Buddy James there. Oh, he Gaz lost the wheel already. Who else looking at Oppo there? Smoking on the right hand web. Freddie Lays there. Plows into Gary Webb. Stephen McGrath and Oppo as well. John Brickle there. Smashed into Gary Webb. Not much left that Granada now by this stage. Stu Davies passed through the mark 2. Look at Shady Goff there. Straight in the bar. Oh, proper pile up happening here now. This is like Tiddy Dave caught up there with Shady Goff. Motorhead plows through the Ben Nichols there. What a shot. Freddie plows in the side of Viking there. This is just crazy. This is, like I said, the gloves are off. Here we go. This crashing time really in the all-comers. Jethro there. He's ploughed into the side of Freddie Lace. Freddie's still going in the big yank. Ah, Smokey and Baltic. Stephen McGregor goes in. John Brickle there. Smashes Smokey out. That was a heavy shot. He's going to wait in the next one. Stu Davies misses Stephen McGregor. Puts him straight in the post. Dippy there gets shoved in by Jack and Jones. A bit of friendly rivalry going in there. We'll find out next month about that one. Is that Cameron McGovern as we take the lead? Freddie Layson smashed into what's left of Dave Spooner's car at the Viking, and John Brickland smashed in. Smokey there, plows into it. Baltic Steve gets the Viking finally. And see if he can get the Viking take a haircut as well. Ben Nichols plows around as well. Dippy there, he's sliding his way through there. Cal Perry, he's still going the right way, even he says going up. Buddy James has just mullered. Is that who's I ploughed in? What Shady Goff did he caught there? Jordan, this is the same again. Madness.
I can't keep up with it, or everywhere I look, there's some sort of hit going on, and action's going in on turns 1 and 2. Massive Jack and Train. As you said, Buddy James involved, Shady involved, John Bricknell, Carl Parry. As I speak about it, what a shot by him. Dave Spoon, this guy's absolutely wrecked, as is Shady's, as is Gary Webb's. Look at that mark to the state, absolutely destroyed there. Danny Dippy Potts, who's he going for? Is he going for Matt Josie? Yeah, he is. Bang, head on. What a shot there. Crispy Chris Smith goes in for revenge, sticking up for his caged mate there. Go ahead, Kieran McCarver gets put into the arm there. What is Stephen McGrath doing? Oh, he's been lapped in this one. But Ben Nichols, well, Ben Nichols has been stopped there by Viking and gets hit by John Bricknells. Carl Perry tries to go in. Viking's doing his best to try and stop Ben, but can he take his first win in the series, I believe?
On the roof. Oh, he's been pushed back onto the roof. I can't make out whose car it is. I think it's Stu Davies. What's left of there's 2 on Mark 2 Granada. But in the lead, it's Ben Nichols at the moment. Matt Josie right behind him. Oh, see that there? Matt hit the brakes there. Obviously going for the big one, but he missed. He's right behind him now, though. Let's see if that fence can claim another victim. He spins him. No, nice bit of defensive drive there by Ben Nichols. Is he going to catch him? No, but he briefly takes the lead there, Matt Josie. Jethro right behind him. Jethro taking second place from Ben Nichols there. Ben Nichols tomorrow the third. Carl Perry up there, but he's clipped. He's just missed Ben Nichols there. But yeah, Jethro into the lead there now. Matt Josie in second place. Kieran McCullough coming up behind him. Looks waiting for Jethro's scalp pretty much.
That was a beautiful spin by Jethro as well, must I say. And I think indeed, that was the last lap of the race, and he just caught him very nicely on the rear wing there and just managed to do the old pit manoeuvre, I think it's called, especially in the American Cop commentaries. And that worked wonders from taking the race win there. It's 5-8 Jethro, Alan Hunt.
Yep, a fantastic win by Jethro. Kind of the way a typical Jethro race, just taking the sideways the whole way around. If Freddie Lays and using that Caprice Estate to full effect, I can't even see what that is, that he's literally pulverised off the fence, but that's kind of carry on for this track. Something take the hit and keep going. But then again, you see, same as the Granadas now. All the cars that have won the races are cars that only get winning races, apart from another scalp there is Kieran McIver shoves what's left of Matt Josie's car in. But I think Matt has a bit of repair work to do in the pits for all comers too. Let's see if the Cage boys can keep it up. Freddie Layson there completely destroyed Matt Josie. But the race is over. We have a result. Camera Cars got 10th place, which is unusual because there's 20 odd cars in the race. But there's the official result. First place Jethro, second place Ben Nichols, third place Matt Josie for some reason, Tiddy Dave there in fourth, and then fifth place Marshall Keno. So Cage third and fifth. But we would have preferred it was the other way around because we left James alone this week, didn't we, Jordan?
Yeah, certainly did. James was unlucky in that one, I think, and hopefully he'll get going in the next one.
Hopefully will. In the Guff corner again, Crispy says I've got up nearly first every race, then bang, gets stopped in the corner. Bam says, excuse you. Bam says,
thank you.
Bam says, effing fence. Well, Bam, this is the way it goes, unfortunately. But he's been very entertaining all night. Pretty much everyone's been on it all night, obviously, with luck, and that's what Bayern Racing brings. Obviously, people ask me, why do you do it? I said, well, you could be the last man standing in the DD. You could be, turn one, not even get to corner one, first lap. But, yeah, it looks like we're getting ready for the second all-comers. Now, this is traditionally the one where the Cage boys win, but let's see. Obviously, we can't predict anything at this stage. It'll be the last man standing. Would you reckon that Jack Bunyan's going to try again? Actually, I think we've lost Jack Bunyan, unfortunately. The final must have been a bit too high press for him, but he'll be back. Don't worry, Jack. We love you. But yeah, I think. Do you reckon the Cage boys are going to win this one? That's the prediction for this race, Jordan.
I'll tell you what, Matt's done very, very well tonight. He could have won the final. He was battling for the lead of the race in that one as well. Very, very good.
I was going to say, with emphasis on the word could.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out.
Good.
All comers too.
Here we go. The final race of the night before our Destruction Derby, and it is Carl Perry in the lead race. But no, it is indeed Matt Josie who's taking up the running, going up the inside on turns 1 and 2 there, I believe. I win second position though. Is a big gaggle of cars.
Wow! What a shot! They've all piled in. Pretty much every bar Matt Josie and Carl Perry's been stuck into that one.
Brilliant.
It was. Then that's what Swaffham was like. That's the reason you came to Swaffham. See everyone eat the fence at the same time. Matt Josie's been stopped in the lead. Tiddy Davis got him. Let's see Jethro. Oh, look at proper Jethro driving there, picking his way through. And Ben Nichols lets him through. Freddie Lacey lets him through as well, but he clips his car. Freddie Lacey spins around. Jethro's lost the lead there. I think Buddy James are taking up as a Cal Parry. We're just waiting for the results screen to come up there now. But yeah, more excitement, Jordan. Like you said, we just can't stop her. Yes, so I was right. Buddy James is in the lead.
Buddy James is in the lead there as maybe he can use that win from the final to generate a bit more confidence in him and avoid trouble and get quicker as he'll be looking to add to that. But it is indeed Carl Perry leading the race now, so obviously a change of lead somewhere. Maybe Buddy got stopped on the nose by someone.
Tactics, I think, but he's back into fourth. Stephen McGrath's in fifth place. Stephen's actually done more laps in this race than he's done the whole night. That's a new record for Steve. Well done. Yeah, Carl Perry in the lead, Jethro in second, Matt Josie up to the third, Steve McGrath still in fourth. Steve was in third. What is it? Obviously, a scrap going on between Steve and Matt. There they are coming in the back straight. But I can see why Steve was doing laps here now. Brent Shaw's right in front of him, and Jack and Josie on the outside. Brent Shaw and Steve McGrath plows into the bike, and he gets his man, puts himself into the tyres on the inside. It doesn't matter to him now. Carl Perry's still in the lead. Carl, you okay now? I think we need to bring to the first aid tent afterwards to just ask what's going on. We need a psychologist in here.
He might be a bit dizzy after this one. I think this is the most time he's gone round in done laps for a long time.
Yeah, we want to bring into the psychology corner for this one. You okay?
Yeah,
you feel now? You okay, hon? As frequently heard, Byron Racing.
Oh, but I think he's been stopped going in on turn 1 there, Ed, and he has indeed as Jeffrey 5 to 8. Alan Hunt takes up the runner now. I couldn't quite make out who it was, but I think it was a bit of a cup going into turn 1 by someone from quite a way back, and they both spun into the post and wire there.
Yeah,
so Jeffrey in the lead of the race.
Steve McGrath slams Matt Josie out of it. Well, there's Tiddy Dave as well. In the Mercury getting a few slaps there. Buddy James on the outside. He's looking for. Is he? I think he's back to 5th place there. Oh, Gary Webb. Marshall King buries Gary Webb in the fence there. Dave Spinner closes on top of the shed. He got in front of the Jack and Train kicking off there now. Is that Dalton Steele there? He's shoved Smokey out of the way. I think he was trying to put him into the fence, but Smokey managed to steer out of it as you can do sometimes. There's the leader coming through there now. It's Jethro. Stephen McGrath's right behind him. Coming up on the outside. I think Steve has just unlapped himself there. That's most unusual. But I think Steve has only gone around because he's looking for Brent Shaw. You two guys love each other, you really do. That's what we want to see. Sharing the love. Gary Webb on Oppo, plays into John Bricknell. Steve McGrath pulls in. John Bricknell, Jethro's up. He's being caught out there by Smokey. But can he get going again? Tiddy Dave's trying to pin him up against the fence in the Mercury. No, he's missed. Oh, there he goes again. It's Jethro in the lead. Kieran McGovern taking the lead in the big Cadillac. Yeah, this one's been as unpredictable as before. Look at that. Crispy and Bam are on track together. There's something not right there. Obviously, the big book of racing excuses obviously says if you're not doing well crashing, race a bit, it might help. MacGyver, Carl Perry there, I think he's in second overall with Dippy in third place. I think that's the running order. I was waiting for confirmation there. But yeah, the wreckers are racing now. Yeah, Carl Perry was in second. Look at that, and Jetro's in third. Shady Goff in fourth. I think everyone took a chill pill after the final there, Jordan. We're thinking, oh, they pile up there in the pit bend. Everyone's been ploughed in there.
Yeah, I think they have, but the lead of the race is... actually, no, Kieran McIver's got a fairly healthy advantage over him now, as he's only got a few laps to go. It has been relatively quiet, but he might get more lively. I think Titty Dave goes in on the nose.
Stopped him, yeah. He did.
See, Perry's indeed taking the lead of the race, Levin. They are battling, they are neck and neck, but Jeffro, I think, is a lap down, but Jeffro goes in on Kieran anyway. Right, Kieran's been 62, Stewie Davis there.
Yep, Freddie Layson ploughed in there on Jetro. I think that might be Jetro's out of him. First, he's back down to 9th place. Carl Perry, he's pushed his way through. Oh no, he's been caught on job breaking. Oh, look at that, Carl Perry has won. I'm speechless. The guy who was complaining earlier on that he was going on Oppo too much and he was doing too much crashing has won the second all-comers race. I mean, you know, we're just adding to the new things. Like, there's been something new every time, been something unexpected every time. Well, you know, I'm speechless. Are you speechless, Jordan?
Yeah, I am. Brilliant traveller by car when I was taking the mick in commentary and saying he might be dizzy after this one, but I think he'll be giddy. I don't know about dizzy, he'll be giddy. He'll be overcome with joy. A race win on Wreckfest and a race win in a caged virtual series. Absolutely brilliant. Like I said, he's been causing a lot of carnage and opposite, and yeah, he's proven that he is not only is he a great entertainer, he is very, very quick as well.
It is proper Guff corner material there. Dippy has accused Machiozzi of being a milkman and collecting the empties, which is basically hitting a dead car. But yeah, he's literally just calling his me Carl Perry. He says knees weak and arms are sweaty. So yeah, that's a race. And asked me is he feeling dizzy, so just waiting to hear his answer there. But yeah, he says had to shout the missus down. My daughter was falling off his knee, so obviously the daughter was co-pilot there. So yeah, she might be good. She might be good luck for him next time. And then yeah, the wreckers are winning. It's happening, and yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's been crazy actually. We've had a few different winners tonight. Obviously, Buddy James, Gary Webber. I think he took the Ringbadal Granada final, but hasn't had much luck in the series, so it's good to see him win as well. Danny Dippy Potts, he took an all-comes win at Mildenhall a fortnight ago, but he took a heat win tonight. It's been great. We've had a few, like I say, different drivers up near the front, and I think it'll make the points chart at the end of the evening a little bit more mixed up, which is what we want to see. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that develops over the coming weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I think more Guff Connor. Kieran McIver actually got fastest lap there in the 2-ton Cadillac. I don't know how he did it. I think Brent Shaw's looking for excuses. But yeah, just the rules for the DD. Pretty much do anything you like, but stay off the middle. Don't be hiding or sandbagging, which is basically waiting for a hit. So the quicker you go in, the better. Obviously, we'll be slapping the wrists of anyone who's sandbagging, as we say in this one, or hiding. I think one or two people have been called out about it before, so obviously not what the drivers want. We're here for a crash. We're not here for cunning. Save the cunning for the final, I think. But yeah. Jordan, any predictions for the DD? Are we basically going to see that the big cars take over, or is it basically going to be a case of the old lady of luck?
I think Kieran McIver, he was one of the last drivers running in the Mildenhall DD. I think he'll be one of the last running tonight as well. I think Danny Dippy Potts and that big yank will also be looking to claim the victory in the DD, as will 254 Titty, David Hands as well. And I think that's who I'm going to go with. Get the DD win here tonight. So yeah, I'm going to go for 254. Titty Dave, obviously a Stanlake regular. Very, very, very good driver. Great crasher and great entertainer as well. So yeah, I'm going to go for the 254 car.
Well, let's find out. It says 60 laps, so basically demolition derby time. Last car moving is the winner. Last chance to let all the aggression out of it. We're just going to lose the camera carry. Look at that Ben Nichols straight away on Oppo. Oh, he's been pushed in there. It was that. Obviously, so somebody got so well.
My bet for the DD win Titty
Cheers, kid. Smashes Gary Webb as he begin. Ben Nichols already on Oppo there. Straight, look like he went straight through the traffic there. He didn't catch anyone. Don't know who managed that one. Oh, look at that. There he goes. Dippy there on Oppo against Gary Webb. Some people are going the right way for a change. That's okay. There's Carl Perry there. He's obviously still in disbelief at himself. He said that little daughter was trying to pull the control leads out. She obviously makes a good co-driver. You kept the head down. Let's see who's on
the nose there on the back straight. Didn't quite make out the number on that one, but he's trying to cause havoc. I think then Gary Webb goes in on Viking there as they're all piling in on turn number 3. Steve McGrath goes in. Carl Perry goes in, I believe.
Who's that front?
Who's he going to go in on? He went in on someone.
Was that Marshall Keno who was going for there? He cuts off the middle.
That's a very good shout. Yeah, it did look like a dark grey car.
It did. But let's see now. We're just waiting for the lead. Things get going like Donald Steele there. And Dippy on Oppo. Oh, meets guys on the nose there. What a shot. Here comes Matt Josie coming off the outside. He's going for Dippy. Oh, bit of website banter going there. Smashes.
Oh my god! What a bar-up player at the end of the home straight. Couldn't quite make out the numbers. Kieran McCarver involved. Oh, Parry involved. And God knows who else involved. Absolutely everyone. But all comers to winner. Carl Parry has quit the game. So thank you, Carl, again for tonight. Absolutely great driving from you.
Very much so. He won't be one consultant to book a race excuses. That Freddie Lays there just being pinball on in that big yank. Steve missed. He missed. Oh, nice driving there by Steve. He realised he wasn't gonna hit the target, so he held back. No point in smashing the car off the fence. That's the last thing.
Not sure if it was the target he was aiming for, but he did hit Shady on the nose. That's all.
He was
barrel roll there from Dalton Steele. One home straight. He's still barrel rolling. Oh my god, and then gets a T-bone from Stewie there. Absolutely crazy stuff there from the Wharton regular.
Yeah, I think so. He's still going on Oppo. Let's see. We're losing a few cars here now. So Dalton still going on Oppo. Freddie Layson still going to Chevy Estate. He's been just bouncing off everything all night. Jethro's still going. Not much left of the car though. Gary Webb's still going. Oh, look at that. Kieran McIver there has been smashed and crispy. There's Dave Spooner on the inside. Oh. Bit of smashing on here. That's Matt Josie finding the post. Gets slapped over by Tilly Dave. Who's that right under position? Is that Dippy there waiting? Unfortunately, we lost Viking as well. Thank you again, Brent, for entertaining us. And certainly having the best afro and banger racing by a long way. Dippy's pulled out of it as well. Unfortunately, thanks again, Dippy. See you in a few weeks. Find the wall. Shot Tilly Dave there on top of Matt Josie. Buddy James they're still going as well. He smashes John Brayton out of Crispy Chris Smith, being shoved in with Stu Davies. Look at Ben Nichols there. That crown on the front of it is just gone. It's not even there. Smokey Ahmed puts himself into the wall there. But Kieran McIver's still going. He's a good man for winning the DDs as well. Probably has the right car to use as well. But obviously the handling won't be as good. So if he's fence bound, it's going to be no good at all. Proper cage. Josie there plows into Tilly Dave.
Crispy as well.
Dalton Steele's crown. It looks like a mini.
Oh,
Buddy James! Wow, what a shot there. Bam gets it going again. Not much left of that crown. That was a proper hard shot.
But Jeffro goes in there. As I'm losing my voice, Dalton still goes in. Smokey, Alan Webb as well. Kieran McCarver goes in on Smokey. It's all kicking off. We must be down to the last few as more drivers quit again. A massive thank you to those drivers no longer in the DD. Taking time out of your schedule and racing with us tonight.
Yep.
See Titty Dave there isn't opposite on turn 4. Wonder who he's going to go for.
Looks like lost Matt Josie as well. Let's hope it wasn't a little tantrum that you threw there, Matt. We'll have you back in for the post-race analysis. There's Titty Dave on Oppo still. He's waiting. He's not sandbagging now. He's waiting for the right hit. Who's he looking for? Here comes Kieran McIver on the outside. Oh, he turns. I've seen that big Cadillac coming up behind. It's not what you want to see. Gary Webb there as well. I think that's not sure whose car that is. Just abandoned in the middle of the back straight. But Buddy James there, he's still going. He's all over Stu Davies in the two-door. And Freddie then behind him. But yeah, we'll see what we're waiting for here now. Bam's still going. He's having a bit of luck this time, the DD. He catches Gary Webb on the nose. Proper shot there.
think that's ended his car. He's not moving after that, so that might be the end of the Toyota Crown. Titty Dave still running. Stewie Davis, is he going to go for? I think he's put himself into the fence. He might be beating Dave. Oh, just miss him. Only just there. Is he going to go in, Freddie? Oh. Yeah, he's got him over the front right wheel.
So you want to go? The camera guy gets spun around. He's going to turn it. No, he's going to keep going. Buddy James there. No, not really a shot that he wants to put in. Go.
Buddy James thinking twice about that one.
Yep, I think so. Probably, as you can just tell by the car, there's not much left. Probably 1 or 2 hits and it's still going, but he's done plenty anyway. Who we've got left there? We're down to 6 cars, but looks things. Obviously, there's no winner for this, and going to be the last man standing. So you can cut across the middle there. Is that just turned around there? It's the Kieran car, is it?
And that's Freddie Leesden is on opposite. Gary Webb still in it. Stewie Davis, Buddy James, Kieran McIver, and Titty Dave. Oh, you find the ones. What a shot there!
What a shot indeed.
Freddie.
Yeah, looks like that might be the end of Buddy James, unfortunately. Start Marshall is furiously waving the blue flag. Here you go. Come on, guys. Let's get a bit of contact in there. Not going around circles.
Coming down the back straight. Gary Webb on Stewie Davis. What a shot! Well, they've certainly adhered to the blue flag. Kieran McIver not piling in. Are we down to the final 2? It looked like Gary Webb, neither Gary Webb nor Stewie Davis could pull out of that one. Giddy.
Kill, and you were dead right, Jordan. Titty Dave and Kieran McIver are the last men running. The 2 big American cars. Oh, Titty Dave straight in there. I was just trying to disable the big Cadillac rod and kill it completely, but who knows? Oh, they're going again. This one might end the way we want the traditional end of a big head on. Here we go. Kieran McIver there. He's coming up past the pit. Here comes Titty Dave.
Oh!
It's a miss. He counts the pro. We're going to try it again.
It was like a missile coming down that home straight though, was Kieran.
It was. It's not really a missile you want to get hit by. Here we go again. Oh! Clever move there with Kieran McIver. No handbrake turn. Obviously, want to save the front of the car. He's in reverse now. Let's see what happens.
A great move, and that is Dave still moving. I don't think he is. I think he is out of it. So, 8-11 Kieran McIver with that great move is your Destruction Derby winner.
Yep.
I think that's his second DD win on the trot. So not only is he the leader of the overall Caged World Series, he has won 2 DDs on the trot. So yeah, great driving there from Kieran McIver.
Yeah, good, as we want to see. So, another very successful meeting, another very entertaining meeting. Hopefully the entertainment has been as good as what it will be when we go racing again. But let's welcome into the commentary box. He's been bashed and bruised. This James Keane. How'd you get on it there tonight, James?
Yeah, no, well, I didn't start off very well. My Jag was, I think, harder than some of the cars out there, but it wasn't exactly the fastest.
He's obviously still signing autographs.
Oh, sorry, can you hear me, guys?
You can.
You can, yeah. So, yeah, no, my Jag wasn't the...
Do you know James?
He's there.
Oh,
you hear him?
Oh, we haven't. Yeah, okay, yeah. So it was. I
can't hear him. So, we're waiting for James to join us. Matt,
hello.
Not the best of luck tonight, mate.
No, it was a great meeting. It was definitely one of my better meetings overall for finishing places, but absolutely devastated with the final. The Mark II Granada estate was very fast, but it was so weak. Literally, in that final, I must have been 18 laps into it, 90%, health on the car. Then takes the slightest of hits, and that's it. And anything could have happened. I dread to think where I could have got in it. I'd like to think top 3 coming into that race if I carried on going. I had a heat as well that I almost won in the first all-comers as well. But that's I would say that's banger racing.
Were you consulting the big book of racing driver excuses there, Matt, by blaming the car?
Yeah, but you got to. It's so bad. It hardly lasts. Oh, hence why I didn't go crashing tonight, because there's no point. It's that's my excuse. But maybe something a bit harder next time.
Well, we've yet to decide what's next time. So, as the leader of Caged, do you want to call it right now? Put you on the spot.
I don't know. I think we've got to have a little meeting after. Obviously, come off air. We've got to have a proper Caged promotions meeting, committee meeting.
You're calling a board meeting, Matt?
What was that, sorry?
You got to call a board meeting.
We'll call a board meeting. We've got to consider dates because I don't know if I mentioned it already tonight, but we've got a few meetings behind closed doors all coming up now. So it's all interesting times. So we've got to all agree on the date that we can all do, and obviously for the drivers as well. But also looking forward to that team meeting against Totally Trashed and Northern Bangers as well. But that's one meeting anyway. That's definitely happening. But the rest we're going to plan, I think, in our board meeting.
Yeah, well, that's the main thing. Yeah, you've picked a fairly good team for Caged. It's unlimited around Ipswich, so obviously you won't be using the Mark II Granada. Is there any particular card that you're going to pick for that one? He's back in. Sorry, Matt. I was just saying, any particular card, and since you don't like Granadas anymore, are you going to pick any particular card for Ipswich?
Well, I'm thinking maybe a Caprice wagon again, purely because I want. There's no point trying to win because let's face it, everyone will go after me. So I might as well go crashing. I think I might as well try and help our team get some valuable points by going for a crash and stopping some of the other teams.
Yeah, I think you're saying that, Matt. I'm also speaking to Brett and Dippy. I think they're probably also going to be on the
good
train.
decision. Very wise as well. James, can I hear you now?
I don't know if you can hear me, Jordan. I think the others can.
I can.
I can.
Yeah,
I can't. This is all good. This is brilliant.
But that's weird. Yeah, no.
I'll tell you what. I'll mute myself. You guys can interview James and just let me know when you're finished.
Okay. Okay, James. You seem to do a little bit better than Matt did tonight. Any particular reason? It was nothing to do with financial reward.
Yeah, no, I think Matt was doing really well. I thought he was going to win a couple of races there, and yeah, no, my Jag wasn't very fast, but it was quite solid. So I think I picked up third in the final, so got some good points there. Managed to pick my way around a little bit. So didn't start off very well, but got better as the night went on. Yeah, Matt was flying though. So I really thought Matt was going to win that final.
I was devastated. I was for the first time ever during a meeting. I was spitting my dummy out. I really felt the.
I thought you had it.
I
really thought you had it, and you're engaged.
And even all comers won. To be fair, 3-8 Nichols. That was a great race. I think I got him on the last bend. No, the second to last bend, and then I got spun or something, and that was it. But yeah.
Let's see. There's a bit of guff going on here again. The drivers' chat. Basically, Brent Shaw thinks that Steve-O should have hit him harder. But let's see.
I'm loving their friendly rivalry. It's definitely one of the highlights of the series so far, I think.
Certainly is. But yeah, so I think everyone enjoyed themselves again. Obviously, the best entertainment you're going to get in these current lockdown periods. So yeah, any final thoughts, chaps, or shall we call it an evening?
Just want to thank all the drivers again. Racing today was a lot cleaner than we had at Mildenhall, which was good. A couple of warnings, but nothing too serious. And I hope everyone at home enjoyed it.
Yeah, and I got to have 2 Copperbergs tonight. I'm slightly tipsy, but yeah.
Of 2 Copperbergs? Oh, you are. Yeah. You are already little.
Tipsy after 2 Copperbergs. Can we just say other alcoholic beverages are available? This is not sponsored.
I think Matt's more likely to be having a sugar rush there than anything else.
Yes, that's the problem with Copperberg. It's full of sugar. So yeah, look, I'm not going to be making any comparisons about which drink is better.
No, none of them sponsor us. We don't care.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, whatever your weapon of choice is. But yeah, just going back to Jordan there. You happy enough with tonight's meeting? I think that was the final in particular. And that was probably the best final of them all. Like that was just crazy, insane. Was probably the only word looking for that one.
Insane is probably the best word you can use for it. Like I said, after it, the last place you wanted to be in that final was in first position. Whenever you were in first, you were just a target.
I think what I'm going to do is, sorry for interrupting, but I think what I'll do is I'll upload the full final onto our YouTube because that was such a dramatic race. Like I said, the best one yet probably. So that will be on YouTube for definite. The full race of that one by itself.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's good. And obviously check out the Caged Bangers YouTube channel where we have highlights of podcasts and the best moments from each meeting of the Cage series and the full meetings as well for you to all enjoy. But yeah, no, great night. Another very, very enjoyable evening where you can just switch off, forget about all the worries in the world, and yeah, just enjoy seeing some cars getting smashed up, even if it is virtually. a massive thanks to Stephen and BBS Promotions for doing the stream for us tonight, and all the drivers as well. Thank you for all your efforts. And to James as well. I know that he's been putting in a lot of effort behind the scenes, sorting out the skins and all sorts. Yeah, a massive thank you to absolutely everyone, and for everyone for tuning in as well.
Yeah, very much so. That's about it, Jordan. You've wrapped up very nicely. Thanks again to all the drivers. Thanks to Stephen Chandler at BBS live streaming and also on Wreckfest live streaming. We forgot to mention all night, if you want to play Wreckfest yourself, the version we played tonight was on the PC version rather than the Xbox or PS4. If you go on Dippy's website, Wreckfest Online Bangers, give you all the information you need. It's just a slightly modified version of Wreckfest. But yeah, we hope we've entertained you in the evening. Owen Hunt, Jethro, he's happy enough, finally got a win. So yeah, he seems happy, everybody else seems happy. So we'll just keep the good times going. So just say thanks again to everyone. I've been Ed Fahey. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you very soon. Thank you.